What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Double Dusted Discussion. Your boy, the South Spouse here, holding it down with Big Lynch.
What up?
And, I got to say, it's not just your imagination. You pull up to a McDonald's, you order that Sprite, and that Sprite is definitely 10 times spicier than a Sprite has ever been anywhere else. And it's fact. We got the scientific reasoning behind it right here, right now, an exclusive Double Dusted exclusive where we got all the information on why the McDonald's sodas be popping off way harder than they'll ever pop off in that fridge of yours. Number one, we got the syrup ratio, special syrup ratio. First of all, shout out to Big Lynch. This came across your desk, right?
Oh yeah, we kind of touched on it lightly.
But then what'd you do? You got some corporate espionage agents out there. You sent them out like on that corporate espionage shit.
I was just perusing. The internet knows me, dude. My algorithm has figured me out. They're like, this guy needs to know exactly what's going on with the syrup ratios and the chill factor.
The syrup ratio was the one thing that was what everyone knew from the jump. We had people in the comment section in the Reddit talking about the syrup ratio. The special syrup ratio is they got a unique syrup to water ratio with McDonald's sodas. That goes for Coca-Cola. That goes for Sprite. It goes for Diet Coke also. All of these things.
Hit it one time for me. Hit one time the more syrup.
You want that?
Just for old time's sake, dude. Was
that a thing I even said though? Was I ever like?
No, you said more
syrup?
bacon. You used to hit.
No,
I
know
bacon.
that. I know that. Yeah. But I was like scissor. Like I must have hit something that was some Memphis rap type shit that I was on. I must have been doing something that was, what was the sauce? Was syrup was like. I keep wanting to say dripping. Oh, you always like drip drop dripping.
Drip drop dripping is one of my favorite.
Drip drop dripping was early on Epic Mealtime when people were caught up with bacon strips and bacon strips. Lynch hit me up and he was like, "No, candy paint, drip drop dripping."
That's the best one. That's the best one. Drip
drop dripping. We should get that as a shirt. Drip drop.
We should. Drip drop dripping is just a certified classic. That's for us. Sometimes, look, we got our own thing. I can't remember what episode that's from. Is that Breakfast of Booze?
It's the Meat Cars.
Meat Cars.
Candy
paint, drip truck, meat cars.
We cooked cars. And we colored them. We colored our meat cars.
It rolls.
I used to just get wasted and be like, work alcohol. Turn the cameras on. I'm like, we got meat cars and we colored them.
Yeah, those early
we
days
did that.
were
We made that shit for Jay Leno. Shit popped off so hard he invited me back. Drove me around in his cars, drove me around town. But we got the special syrup ratio, chilled syrup. They keep this syrup at a lower temperature, which enhances the flavor. And I gotta reiterate here, you can't sell Coca-Cola at your restaurant and just like be willy-nilly with that shit. Like you have to follow how it is. There's a certain way that it's done and a ratio and everything, and you have to follow that to a T.
Mm-hmm.
But McDonald's locked down this like exclusive freedom to make things a bit better. So the syrup being kept at a lower temperature enhances the flavor, and that's true because, like, bro, I don't really vibe. Like, Sprite's great, it's fine, but a McDonald's Sprite is serious, dude. It's different. It really is.
Well, where do you rank it if you were to say, because I'm with you in terms of I would go to a McDonald's and just get a Diet Coke, just like that. If I
get that Coke
drink.
Zero, but yeah,
sure, okay, that's just whatever. It's fine. I actually had a Coke Zero recently. It was pretty good. I didn't mind. I'm still a Diet Coke guy, but where would you rank the McDonald's soda experience relative to a 2 liter, to a 500 ml bottle, to a can? To a bottle, like a glass bottle.
Something's up with the 500 milliliter plastic bottle.
Yeah,
something's up with that. You know that they got that like 300 milliliter bottle too.
Oh, sorry, the 300 milliliters is what I meant. Actually, yeah, the 300. God bless.
No, the 500 milliliters is the real one, but the 300 milliliters is like that mini one. They got.
Oh yeah, like now. It's the same as a can, but in bottle form.
Yeah.
Right?
So something's up with the bottles. No matter what size it is. When you get to Act 3 of the bottle, it's toast.
It's finished.
It's toast. If it's Pepsi, you get to Act 2, and you're already flat.
It's because you lose I think it warms up faster with your fingers on the plastic. Like we're shedding a lot of plastic on, and I feel like the heat.
Pepsi's aerated, dude. I mean, the plastic bottle's aerated. There's like oxygen is getting in there. The
Really?
fizz is escaping.
Yeah. See, that's why the can has a better thing. But the McDonald's soda hits very hard. I'd love for someone to disagree with us in the comment section because I'll fucking kick your ass.
Yeah, we'd love to beat your ass, man. Now the McDonald's, I rank it high up. I mean, I think nothing's gonna beat like a Mexican Coca-Cola bottle freshly popped table side. You know what I mean?
I had that in Iceland, and it hit that also.
Yeah.
I think I sent a picture to you and Donnie. I was like, check this out.
Dude, I've even been in Japan and I've ordered Diet Coke and they come brought the glass bottle, cracked it open and it says like Coke Light on it, but it's still the Diet Coke labeling. Yeah, it's interesting, but I mean, stainless steel containers. That's how they be holding their shit, dude. McDonald's is giving you plastic everywhere else. They don't want to give you plastic in your brain with the sodas. That's for sure.
No.
Until you get that thick straw, though. Because something up with that, right? What's up with that?
I can't
More
believe
bubbles?
they listed this as a scientific reason as to why it's better. I
100% it is, though.
No, a bigger circumference straw pause is not. It really isn't better. I'd rather have like a regular, even a bit smaller, to be honest, as if I was trying to breathe like I have emphysema. You know, when people are like, oh, you want to see what it's like to have emphysema? Breathe just with this straw. And you're like, oh, fuck, man, I can't breathe.
Nothing sadder than seeing a guy at McDonald's who ordered 3 burgers for himself and he's having a hard time breathing with the straw while drinking.
I think you get more fizz. The fizz concentration and the burn is harder.
You know when someone's like sipping so hard that they breathe in and a big breath in and a big breath out through their nose while still drinking? They're doing like 10 gulps while they're like...
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, me with the juice box all through elementary school, bro.
But you think a wider circumference straw is better than a
listen, I like Diet Coke.
The most paused conversation.
I like Diet Coke. That should be bubbly, bro. That should be bubbly. So when you get the Diet Coke and you have a little straw, sometimes you're getting more bubbles than anything.
See, when I was a kid, maybe this is tied to my childhood. Because I enjoyed getting a can back in the day. Like one of my favorite things, and like you like crack it open like the tiniest amount. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a tiny crack, so like it comes out like in the smallest amount. Oh, super positive. Do you know what I'm talking about? You ever do that? Like when you're at,
I don't know what you're saying about your tiny
when you're
crack
at summer,
coming in your mouth.
when you're at summer camp and you get your tuck. You know what I'm saying? You get your like weekly, you get like your bi-weekly treat that you're gonna get, and you get like a cream soda. I used to like try and savor it by cracking a little amount. I just feel like it packs more punch.
You got a weekly treat for being by at camp? That's crazy,
yeah. I forgot to add to the list is the mini cans. I actually fuck with the mini cans heavy. I prefer a mini can over a lot of things. Like the new little 6-pack mini cans.
Every can to me is a mini can.
Damn, dude.
I clean out. You know me, dude. I'll pop open a soda and I'll keep it in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pop open a soda, I'll take 3 sips, put it in the fridge, and I'll sip that bad boy till like 6 hours from now.
Yeah.
So the little can, I don't need that. I don't need that. Fuck him.
I like the little can. I would rank it. I'd rank Diet Coke I'd rank the Diet Coke from McDonald's pretty high above most other form factors, and I don't think there's any other fast food restaurant that I'm popping in to grab a soda like that. It doesn't really happen. Like I'm not going to Burger King. I'm sure they do. Do you think the one thing I didn't find out is
A&W, if you're eating in, you get the mug and they freeze up their A&W. And it's crazy because A&W, you can't get ice there.
It's a huge move.
There's no ice at A&W because the machines have the root beer cooled to the perfect temperature. And I guess root beer gets colder faster than the other sodas because they're just not on the level as a root beer. Like you get the root beer and it comes in the frosted mug. It's mad cold. It's a little bit icy almost. You get all the other drinks there.
Big flex to have one of those mugs. If you went to someone tells you one of those mugs, you're like, damn, they do it big. They don't fuck around. If someone does that,
they probably stole it. A lot of people stole mugs. A lot of people stole mugs in my hometown. When A&W pulled up, a lot of people stole those mugs. You don't really see those mugs anymore. That's some shit we lost during pandemic, dude.
Yeah, they were like, nah, dude, you can have more plastic. We're done.
They're
with
like,
the glass.
we're not open for 24 hours, and we're not giving you fucking glass. Also, your house costs $3 million. So good luck.
Don't worry. Trump's working on lowering the cost, man. He's working real hard to help make it more affordable for us. I'd also wipe out all of our gains. I was trying to time the market. I was like, should I buy now? Like, when's the time?
Buy the dip?
Yeah, I've been
buy the
thinking
next
about
one. It's gonna be another one tomorrow, bro. Buy that dip.
No, markets went up today.
How much?
A few percent. People are getting destroyed.
Yeah, dude. Like what's your Nvidia and Tesla, man?
I actually don't own those stocks.
You're such a loser like that. You love swerving on everyone, eh?
I got the Taiwan Semiconductor Company. I'm big in that. And,
what's up? You investing in elevators in China?
No, that's silicone. That's a chip, the biggest chip manufacturer in the world. They got they're the most advanced chip manufacturer in the world. In fact, they make all the chips for our iPhones, and they kind of revolutionized the whole silicone game. If you really want to know,
I don't really want to know, but they didn't make the chips. They didn't make the chips in my pantry, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
That's a fact, but it doesn't cost $100 billion to build
these guys out here making $1 billion chips. Not one of them is the double dusted chip. Don't want to hear about it.
It'd be sick to do a collabo with them. I'd love to go down and check out the silicone factory.
They're like, who are you guys? We're like, oh, we have a podcast that is like 2,000 listeners total across Spotify and everything.
Hey, put some respect on their name. It's actually like more like 5,000. Okay.
Did we get one of the PKA boys out here?
Oh shit!
They're fucking pushing big, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait till we have like a.
What do we have to do to convince these guys? Like they have PK already.
You would have been here today.
They can't fit another one in.
You would have been here today. Would have been here today. Could have done it.
But like, why can't they got to fit it in, dude? Like it's like I know we're not.
They'll fit it in. I didn't ask.
No, not those guys. I'm not talking about the hosts. I'm talking about the fans, dude. I'm talking about the listeners.
Oh,
like every time they come here, they're like, "Oh,
some
man.
of them don't like Jews." Quite a few of them don't like Jews.
I see. So that they see your face and it repels them.
Yeah, I see some of the comments are like, "Oh, not this fucking Jew again." And they're all like, "It's always this fucking Jew." I'm like, "Bro, I haven't been here in like 3 months. Fuck you, dude."
More importantly, like just like it's like, all right, dude, why don't you do something different? Like everyone is on that tip. Why don't you try being different? Sometimes it's good to zag and when everyone's zigging. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think people realized how good it felt though to be going in on the Jews. Like people really feeling it.
They're feeling it. Yeah, they're feeling the problem
is for me is like I feel bad. Is like I went in on Jews. I did that all the time. Always made jokes, murked my family and shit.
Sure, yeah.
Always did it. It was always clowning around. And now like people like the thing is they'll give me Jew jokes or they'll point out Jew shit to me, and I'm like, what do you? Me at 15? Like what do you mean? Literally 21 years ago, broski? Yeah. I was typing that shit out on /B. You think like you're gonna like I haven't. That's the problem. Like is a lot of people find the Jew stuff funny. A lot of people find racism funny. That's why I think like some of the racist,
especially of our
there,
generation,
anti-Semitic people out there, the talking heads, people love that shit. They find it funny. But what sucks for me, a very funny guy, is like I need this shit to kind of pop up a bit. Like I need some new material. I look at like someone will send me, they'll be like, yeah, right. And they'll send me like a rabbi slam dunking in the Michael Jordan thing. And it says, just Jew it. And I'm like, this is so fucking piss poor shit, dude. Don't make me put on an original Xbox Live headset just to harness the power that I used to have right now. You know?
I was thinking about your next phase recently while I was at the gym. They got they got 3 TVs on the walls there where everyone is doing my warm up, a little backwards walking. So I didn't watch all of it, but then once I popped around to walk forwards again, I saw they're always playing the food channel like on one side for some reason. Like it's like we're in the gym, dude. Like I don't need to see hamburgers and fucking. Like why
people love that.
I don't want to look at all this delicious food being cooked. Like what are you doing this for?
No, I made that comment once. I made that comment once, and like people were like, "Grow up." They were annoyed about it, but it wasn't just that. It was that I got the
there must be people who take Ozempic, those assholes.
No, it was pre-Ozempic. I got a subscription to Planet Fitness. And I went in, and the second day that I was there was their pizza day where they give everyone pizza.
That's jokes.
So I got in, there was mad cheese pizza, and I was like, yo, is this crazy? To people, I was like, am I crazy or is this crazy? And they were like, grow up. And I was like, okay. By grow up, do you mean go to another gym?
Yeah. Serving pizza is crazy work because the smell, like that's one of the top 5 food smells that exist. Might
It's
even be
crazy
number
because
1.
people walk around the gym and they touch things with like greasy cheese pizza fingers.
Dude, I was in the bakery. I was like, I could hang out in the bakery all day. I was in the bakery yesterday. Like the smell of the bakery and the smell of a pizza, top 3. Gotta be top 3 smells.
Yeah.
But you put that in a gym, like I don't need that. So I don't need on the TV. Like I'm seeing the TV, I'm being triggered.
They do bagels also. They do bagels also. Once a month they do pizza. Once a month they do bagels.
They do? What do they put on the bagels?
It's usually at a table there, and you could have one bagel, and there's cream cheese there with like a knife and paper plates.
Nah, put that away. Put that away.
Grow up.
Pizza, I understand.
Grow up.
The pizza, I understand. And I was reflecting on your.
So, anyways, you're at the gym walking.
Yeah, I'm at the gym watching John Catucci.
But you're still fucking complaining about what's on TV, and you're walking backwards. Okay?
I saw John Catucci, who's I think that's his name. He hosts this like food travel show around Canada. He goes around and people show him how they make their. It's like kind of like your boy Guy Fieri, but less attitude, you know. So and I was like, this is
no bleach tips, no loop earrings, no flames on the shirt.
No, more like family friendly vibes than Guy, you know. But like, I looked at it, I was like, oh, this should be Harley. You should do this. This should be you, dude. You're the right age, right time. You got a mustache, you know.
He has a mustache.
You got to tone the jokes down. Like the Jew jokes got to come down. Like I know you said you're off that. Exactly. So you're off that. Maybe like some of the other jokes. Got to tone it down a bit.
I'm like, I'm not going to make any of these. I'm not going to make any of these crazy Jew jokes. The first episode, they're like, well, what's interesting about our restaurant is we have the biggest oven in the whole state. And I'm like,
that'd be sick if the camera cut to your face and did like a slow zoom while you did that.
And I'm like,
that'd be crazy. Produced by Harley Mornstein. Yeah, no, I think that should be your next era. Just host it, just traveling around.
I thought of a good arc for my next one. I go work for a YouTuber.
That's big.
Like I apply for a job like with Mr. Beast or Logan Paul. I'm not even like as a
creative producer or something.
No, lesser. Like holding the mic.
Like a grip.
Like I'm holding the mic. And then it's like at any point, like he could be like, "Oh, we just fucking made all these blind kids see, we gave them water, right? We even got the sauce boss here on the fucking ones and twos." And I'm like, huh.
It is a smart move because they people like that, like you, without a doubt, like the people around them get put into the content, and so like you show up as like a grip or like a camera operator.
Oh, I would kill that if I was like the sound guy. That you spun it to. You know where I would really excel?
Where?
Like H3 podcast, like in the back, like I'm on the screen, like that guy who's like from another country. It's me, like I'm
exactly.
I'm like, it's crazy.
Cut to the Jew camp. Yeah, exactly.
Even it's like, what is this magic cards? I'm like, you know who started that? I'll tell you later.
So they cut away from you and you're like, I'm not done yet, guys. I meant to bring this up the other day, and I had an incident last week that my wife told me it's embarrassing and I shouldn't be talking about it, but I'm going to share it with the Double Dusted crew here because
I already know she's for sure right.
She told me I should not be talking about this at all. She really I told someone else about it and she's like, can you don't go around telling people it's embarrassing what you're doing. I was out for a rip skiing up in the Rockies.
For a rip, bud?
Yeah, solo mission, headphones in, just enjoying life. Honestly, just having a big ski day. Big dump. Snow came here. I had a lot of fun. But I lined up for this lift as a single. So like if you're at Ski Mountain, it's usually like the main line where you're with your group. And then like all the single file people can like kind of filter into other people's chairlifts, right? And so it's kind of, there's a moment where you will be sharing a chairlift with some random person potentially, depending on how busy it is. This chairlift happened to be busy. So I'm waiting in the line and I pull up and there's two, I couldn't tell you, I would guess anywhere from 13 to 15 years old these kids were, right? And they both had snowboards on. And the kid looks at me. There's like,
I already know where this is going, but
there's another single on the other side.
Like,
and
so
I'm
there's
single
one of me. It's just me out there. I'm solo out for a rip.
Yeah,
and then
my
2
life.
kids. One must be 13. The other could be 15.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
So the kid looks at me. Okay. And he goes like, lifts up his fist to pound. I look at him and I'm like, and I'm assessing. I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll pound this kid up. We're out here having a good time. And he hits me with I go to do it. He hits me with he pulls it back.
But what did he do? Did he just pull it back like that? Or did he drop it? Or was he like, oh?
He was like,
oh.
He's like, ah. He hit me with the ah. And I looked at him. I had my goggles on. I look at us. This is the exact face I'm making.
That's your always face, though. I bet you had that face when he asked you for the.
No,
you know what? By the way, and I don't want to like jump on your shit right here, but like,
go for it,
right off the bat,
mm-hmm.
if that did bother you, you could fall on him.
Oh, I said something to him.
No,
I gave him the look.
But saying something is like, did you just say something to that 15-year-old? You're a grown man. But if you fall on him, you could like you
crush
know?
him and potentially injure him.
And then be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let me call your mom."
Yeah,
that's how I felt. Here, and then
definitely wanted to speak to his mommy.
And then you hook me up with that mommy's Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh yeah, you're like, my cousin's the sauce boss. He'll fuck your mommy and your daddy. Yeah. So he hit
me with that. I look at him and we're about
too slow.
Yeah, exactly. And we're about to like pull into like go on our chairlift.
So at this moment, getting on, just you're a huge loser, and they're mad chill.
Maybe
not in the laws of the universe. Not in the laws of the universe, but in their world.
There's another dude coming on too. Whatever, it happens. A lot of people.
So your number's about.
So
he
tried to get me in front of a lot of people, and I was like, and I looked at him as we like pulling thing. I'm like, that was a mistake.
You told him that was a mistake?
Yeah, I was like, that was a mistake. Why? I was like, just a mistake.
Oh, and he questioned that?
Yeah, I was like, it's a mistake.
Shit,
he looked at me in front.
Like,
he's
bro,
like, he said it's a mistake. He said it's. I'm like,
hold on, that's a good bit. If he's like, yeah, he said it's a mistake. No, he said I don't know why. He didn't want to ask, but he said it is. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So why is it a mistake, mister?
So we get on the chairlift, and it proceeds to be one of a chairlift from hell. These kids, you could tell, like their mommy and daddy weren't around, and he's like yelling at people, or he's like just saying the dumbest things. And I hear some context for me. I wasn't this person growing up. I was like a respectful, normal guy. I know people like this who were like looking for attention.
Cousins like that, bro.
Yeah, I had a few cousins who were like that. Yeah, looking for some attention. But it was like severely obnoxious. And what's hard for me is that I live in a world where I actually understand like 15-year-old like culture. At least
understand all the brain rot they're dropping.
All the brain rot, like I get it. Like he says the name Sophie Rain. He starts saying like.
By the way, everyone listening, this is like a top OnlyFans earner that got like $6 million a month or something.
Yeah, like anything like.
What was that? She had the Bop House.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We'll talk about that in a second.
She had like 50 million. Something he's saying like. Riz, I'm gonna riz this girl up. He's like, oh, I'm gonna call my girl Sophie Rain. And he's like, I'm gonna riz this girl. He like is pulling out his Snapchat, but he's also like trying to engage with me. And then he like was like, and the guy on the other side literally is sitting there, and these kids were like saying this is so gay, like just being the worst. Oh, laughing at guys that are like in a tree well. He's like, look at this idiot, like he's screaming, like literally embarrassing. Like this was my kid. Right. Or one of my nieces or nephews, like they might catch a little fucking.
I'd be like, yo, dude, you should see my kid. He's so bold. He'll go up to a fucking 39-year-old dude and be like, too slow.
Yeah,
too
exactly.
Slow.
So they were being obnoxious. The guy on the other side literally went like this. He turned completely his back to them because it was that obnoxious. It was like
no, he didn't want to get targeted. He saw that you were the
yeah.
The
so they were coming at the one kid. I got the worst kid on my side. The other kid was like. You could tell there's always one that's worse than the other. Anyways, they're like, he's trying to like be funny. He thinks he's being hilarious. And I'm like, bro, I know what you're about. You watch Aiden Ross. Like, I know exactly who you are. You watch kick streams. Like, this is where you're at in your life.
Like, you're finna be addicted to gambling real soon.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even worried about you.
Yeah.
You're going to be gambling real soon.
Yeah.
That's a sick move, by the way. Be like, yo, you have this app on your phone? No, I know about Sophie Rain. Yeah, it's sick, all that. But no, check this out. You got to download steak.com. Yeah, I'll help you set up a profile. No, yeah, here. And you set up, be like, dude, no, yeah, you go, it's rated, like, how much money? You have $5? You put that down right now, you can win $10. Get that kid hooked on gambling.
He already is hooked on gambling.
Direct, dude.
Yeah, he already was. And you could tell, like, he's like, I got my huzz. Like, I wanted to smack this kid so badly. I hate everything about him. Sucked. And he was a short king too. Not to hate on short kings, but I could tell he was like,
he's 13, bro. What do you mean he's a short king?
Like, you could just tell he's ready to be 5'5". He's ready to be 5'5", this guy. That's like literally where he's at. He's bringing big Napoleon energy to the table. Like, you don't be this extra unless you're compensating for something. You know, like, in my opinion, you know, that's where it's at. Anyways, he said some type of comment, like, he's trying to engage in me. He's like looking at me. He's like,
real quick though, do we think Napoleon's chill? Napoleon's chill though, no?
Well, he's the number one short king in history
for sure. But like, when you're like, wow, dude conquered like most of the world for what? You compensating for something?
Kind of an asshole.
It's like, I don't know, dude. He fucking conquered shit.
It's just like, look, I don't think it's considered a compliment to say someone has a Napoleon complex. Usually it's a diss.
You know, I want to coin something real fast.
Sure, go for it.
Elon complex. It's when you have everything that you really need, an abundance of anything you would ever need, yet you desire something so unnecessary.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that.
Complex. Yeah. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Because, dude, did you see that video of him playing Diablo on Twitter? He was on Twitter playing Diablo, and the chat was just like, you have no friends, you'll die alone. You have no friends, you'll die alone. Like, you have no friends, you'll die alone. Juice dude killed JFK. Like, it was going off. And he was there like, oh, so this chat is, people spamming in the chat. And it's just like, damn. Really like Thanos with that, all things balanced as they should be. My man is not just like, wow, you're so rich and like, that's how lame you are. No, this is the richest ever.
Yeah.
And he's actually
by a pretty large margin.
And he's making a play for the lamest ever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I think he's got there. He is the lamest ever at this point. Maybe not to everyone, but
no,
a big
because
chunk.
if you do something very lame, like pay someone to play your video games and lie about it, then you do get like a 10 times multiplier on that thing if you are the richest guy.
Yeah, he's not in touch. I think he got a little too, I think he thought he was cooking a little too hard with all his memes he was posting. You know, like, he's always posting like stupid like little memes and like wordplay things, and like I think he thought he was cooking
so hard he bought Twitter so that he could use it more.
He could increase distro by a million%.
He was so hyped about his Twitter game and stuff and it's true. Like I bought his flamethrower off Twitter. Like, all these things I bought from Twitter.
He's like a less is more guy. He should have just shut the fuck up like a little more.
I did try and buy the X.com hat when it dropped. It was black on black and it was X on the hat, like Twitter. And I thought it was just like such a random dumb thing. I was like, oh, I want one of those, but they didn't ship to Canada. And I was like, what, you fucking loser, dude? Epic Mealtime ships to Canada. You didn't fucking ship to Canada. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's definitely had a big downgrade over time. So Elon complex, complex. Anyway, so it continues being terrible. Like, everyone can agree.
You look terrible.
I'm fine. You're
fine, but him and the boys are stunting on me.
For me, I'm internally, it's hard because I know I consider my age and my maturity. I'm a father.
And you're like, I wish I was 13 so I could beat him up.
Literally, that's what I was thinking. And then he like was like, somehow me having a kid came up or something, and he was like, I'm gonna riz your daughter or something. I'm like, that's fucked up, dude. My daughter's 3. And it got real quiet.
You hit them with that pedo shit. They don't know that. They know that
hard.
You're like, damn, dude. What do we do? We got Gideon over here.
Yeah, where's the tally?
Right?
Yeah,
where's the tally? We'll bust him out of Filipino prison right now to get.
It got real quiet for like a couple minutes, and the chairlift stopped twice. By the way, through this whole process, like, it was the most prolonged fucking scenario ever. And and then eventually he goes, I'm like sitting with my skis on, and he's like, what if I kick your ski off right now?
Dude, how is he bullying you so hard back to back to back?
I looked at him.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing? I need to know what energy you're putting out there that these kids are like, yo, hey, we got a target right over here.
To be honest, I wanted to ask you after this story why I'm being targeted, because I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. I would never target someone like me, but clearly I'm giving off the wrong energy.
You look fat? Do you look fat in your snowsuit?
Not even really. Like even though I was fat, I'm like a rather large person. But
no,
these
no,
kids
it's true.
are,
I like fat guys are the last guys to beef with.
right? Like it's like you don't want to
Yeah.
like I could crush this person.
Fat guys are very powerful. Fat guys
he
are
makes
like
a threat.
automatically powerful.
He makes a threat. I hit him I look at him and I'm like, would you like me to throw you off this chairlift right now? Because that would be the consequences of that action. And he was like, what? And I was like, do you want me to throw you off the chairlift? And then I got real quiet again. He like looked at his friend and then
dude, he's close to like actually calling that bluff and knocking your ski down.
I wanted him to. I really wanted. It wasn't a bluff. It wasn't
that'd
a bluff.
Be crazy if I'm like, yo guys, double dusted. I'm here solo because Lynch beat up a child and threw him to his death.
He would have survived. He would have survived. And then we got off the chairlift and not even that, they were not even good snowboarders. Like at least like at that age, I was hitting back nines like in the backcountry.
They weren't fast or anything. Were they fast?
No, I was infinitely better. Like I ripped by these kids, ripped by them. They were brutal.
And you hit them with like, "Hey, try and keep up."
Yeah, I was like too slow.
That's
bitch.
Sick, dude.
I was like too slow, bitch.
You should have hit him out of the way by. You should have been like, "Yo, oh, too slow."
I hit him. I did hit him with. I did hit him with the too slow. I drove by. I was like, too slow, bitch.
And
About
then
to go hit up Sophie Ring.
I would have waited.
I didn't say that. I did say too slow though.
I would have waited until they started coming down, and then I would have been on the chairlift, and then I would have got in line and been like, "Oh shit, you guys just getting down here now? I already had a poutine."
So
no, they said that's a setup because they'd be like, "Yeah, I could tell."
Now what? Now, do you think that's out of pocket?
Yeah.
Super out of pocket?
Yeah.
Why?
Because all you can do is play like all you can do.
What am I supposed to do in this scenario?
This is a lesson. This is a lesson I learned a long time ago, and this was a teaching thing.
Okay.
There is nothing you could do. Arguing with a kid is never, ever, ever an argument.
But I wasn't even arguing. What did I even say?
No, but you can't even say anything because like the second you say something or do something, they will instantly be like, I'm a kid. Like no matter what. So the only thing you could do that would really be helpful is gain access to the parent. And in the best case scenario, the parent doesn't give a shit about their kid. And they say something back to you and you lay them out. Then you look at the kid and be like, now look what you did to your dad.
That would be
looking like video. A bitch in front of the whole mountain.
That's right.
That's your dad, dude. That's your dad right there. Oh my God. Wake him up.
Even you, like even some of your most obnoxious friends, like would they do this? Like I can't remember. Like this was not me. I would never be
no,
they were just saying really brutal things, acting terrible to people they don't know.
No, I would never be. Donnie was kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I don't want to get into that because Donnie's not here to defend himself, but it's true.
Yeah, but I remember Donnie and Brandon once were in like the convenience store, and this is like the first time I ever met them. And they went in to go get rolling papers. We're like 13.
Yeah.
And like, so I go in and I see them like walking around, and then I just get nervous that maybe someone's going to steal. So I step back outside and I'm waiting outside. I have no purpose in there. So I'm just waiting outside, and there's like a dude waiting by the door. Like, and before they went in, they were like saying shit to people. They were saying shit to girls there and guys. They were like saying things, and they do like a bit. Brandon had this great bit where he would like knock something out of someone's hands, and then when they bend down to pick it up, he would go, and it was a really good fart noise, but it was better than what I just did. It was like,
yeah.
So whenever he would like knock something out, and then they would bend down to pick it up, and he'd go, and then he'd be like, oh, this guy, and that was like a bit, but they were just doing like that type of tomfoolery. And I'm like, whoa, these guys are sick. And they go inside and they get their papers or whatever. And then when they walk out, this guy has the door open, like holding it open for him. And then he like bangs the door into them, and they're stepping out. And then he like pushes into both of them and pushes them both. And they both like hit the wall. And there's like a grown man. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you guys there. And the thing is, Brandon is something like at the time he has a cleft lip, and it was like very specific. Like it was like a really like back in the day it looks much better now, but growing up it was really like intense. And the guy was like, oh sorry, like, oh, did I hit you guys? Maybe you should shut your mouths. Not say all that shit to people you don't know, especially you. Look at your fucked up face. And he went in there, and I was like, that's crazy energy.
You test the wrong one. Like there's adults out there that are like unhinged. Like people would say I'm being unhinged in that moment.
The problem is with these two is they were just like, should we grab our skateboards and hit him with our skateboards when he comes out?
Yeah.
And I was there and I was like, I gotta go home. And I'm like, and I thought about it later. I was like, can't wait to hang out with those guys again. Everything's an adventure.
Yeah.
But I remember like the way I did it, I never specifically targeted a person. I would disrupt a scene.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't target a person. And I also always had to get money from it. Like when like we were like at the auditorium in school, and like I'll be sitting there, like someone like it'll be whispers, and then you'll get to be like, yo, he said up there he'll give you $10 if you go up when the principal's doing her speech and you fake having a seizure. Because that was like a thing I did sometimes. And I would be like, get $50. He's like, okay, well, I throw in 10. I'm like, all right, give me a couple more bucks. If we get to 50, I'll do it. And this is a thing that it occurred often enough that I did have seizures on teachers' desks. Or like another move I would do is I would go up to the teacher to ask a question. And I'd be like, sir, and I would like, so the teacher's sitting down facing the whole class, and the class sees my back because I'm asking a question, and it's a uniform. So we have these dress shirts. But then when I go to the teacher and I go to ask a question and I bend down, my ass is out of my pants. And now that I'm bending down, my shirt rides up. So my whole ass is up to the whole class. And I'm asking the teacher a question legit. And I'm okay, like, oh yeah, I'm ass out to the whole class. Or I'd be like, I remember one time this was like, I got $100 for this one. And it was also at the ski hill. I got onto the garbage can and I stood up and I was like, attention everyone. And I'm like tall. So you think maybe I work there. You don't know I'm like 13. I'm like, attention everyone. I have gonorrhea. And like this shit slapped for us. And when I think back on it, I'm like, oh my God, that's so lame. But the biggest difference was like, YouTube didn't exist. There was no prank channel. Yeah. There was no one doing shit like this. So when you did this, like there were a bunch of people that were like, a weird moment just for me. You know, like, oh, here's a weird specific moment that only I'm going to get. And no one's going to believe that some guy just got on the garbage and said that he has gonorrhea. But then Tom Green came out, Andy Milanakis show, YouTube, that stuff was just like, okay.
And now it's the live streamers. It is Aiden. I felt like this kid watches Aiden Ross. Like that's what he watches. Like you'll smell your chair after or something and think it's hilarious.
Yeah. If you also like try and clap back.
I've said one more thing, by the way. I forgot it. There's one of the things I said to him. There's two other things that happened. The guy, he said the word like Riz a bunch, and I was like, oh, dude, you're saying Riz? What are you, 6?
Oh, you told him we're off that?
I said,
you were like, what is this, the fucking Minecraft movie,
yeah,
bro?
I'm like, what are you, 7-year-old?
Are you going to go ask mommy for Robux?
I said, are you 7? I said, are you 7 years old? Riz? People say that?
But what are you, the Rizzler, dude? Do I got to get the Costco guys over here? Give you 5
And then when
booms?
I left, the guy on the other side.
Do I got to get the Costco guy to give you 5 big booms right now? You the Rizzler?
They did ask the other guy. They tried to accost the other guy, and they were like, where are you from? And he was from New Zealand. And then we got off the chairlift, and he was like, that was one of the worst experiences of my life. Those kids, like that generation is fucked.
I had a great time on that chairlift.
Yeah, I'm sure. So you think I handled it poorly?
I would have been like, dude, you're skibbity toilet. No, you think you're.
I think I should have been like, oh, mommy and daddy aren't here right now. You're having fun. Mommy and daddy are not here. Oh
yeah, but then they'd be like, "You're so mad, dude. Look how mad you are."
Well, so what am I supposed to tell? I'm supposed to sit there. I'm supposed to sit there.
You lose, dude. You lose. They're 13.
I'm supposed to stare straight ahead and be like, "They're 15." Don't say 13. Maybe they're 15. I don't know how old they are.
Then yeah, you lose that, or you can maybe be like,
This is my second ski hill incident. What have I done? Like that other guy that thought he was hilarious.
Your snowsuit's gay as hell, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not. I wasn't wearing a snowsuit the other time. Like I don't even know what I'm doing.
You're doing your skis.
I'm giving off the energy that I should be fucked with, and I just don't understand. Everyone wears helmets on the mountain now. There's no such thing as no helmets anymore.
I was gonna ask you to put on a helmet.
I have a helmet on.
Okay, because they were gonna be like, this guy's stupid.
Dude,
that's true. You were like me. We were wearing helmets like way before.
Yeah, I had like a Burton helmet back in the. I had a helmet on.
We did that shit. The red helmet.
You think I'm dressed like a fucking goon? You know me.
Yeah, I do. I know though.
What kind of gear do you think I'm buying? You think I'm getting bad stuff?
I think you have like a Titleist jacket on or like Callaway snow pants, fucking golf shit.
That'd be some sick shit, dude. If I had that, that'd be exclusive. That'd be like way too deep in the hype beast situation.
Yeah.
No, I'm killing it. Like obviously not though. This kid thought he could antagonize me, and he did.
Do you have white on the corners of your mouth?
No.
Sometimes you have that.
Not in this moment.
If I saw someone with like white on the sides, I'd be like, look at this guy, dude. He's begging to get murked on the chairlift right now.
No, dude,
see, but that guy that pushed Donnie and Brandon, like that was like, we're talking 97. There's no cameras. You'll never see this guy again.
Do you think that I'm headed in that direction?
What?
In the direction where I will actually like physically start insulting children, like teenagers. If I'll start like attacking the way they look, everything. I potentially might.
You have to take the L's.
Turkey Tom, you good?
Some of us been boxing all day long,
okay. The story took way too long. I honestly.
No, I think it's a good one, but I think it's a very valuable lesson here that if you want to be around to watch your daughter grow up and stuff and not get locked up, you can't do a single thing. You take every L from a kid.
I can't do that.
Another thing you can't do with the kids is you can't be sarcastic. I'm just saying, because sometimes it's easy to be like, oh yeah, I'm not cool. They're like, oh, he said he's not cool. This guy said he's not cool. Like sarcasm with kids never works. Like when I was a teacher, someone would be like,
but I was joking
yo,
about
sir, I've done my work. Can I go home now early?
Oh,
and I'm like, yeah, you can go home early. And then they get up and I'm like, where are you going? He's like, said I can go home early. I'm like, sit back down. He's like, so you can go home early. And they leave. And then I like talk to the principal and the principal's like, did you tell me you can go home early? And I'm like, well, listen, yeah. He said this, and I was like, yeah, you could go home early. And then he said, I'm going. And then I was like, sit back down. And he was like, nope. He said I can go home early. And he's like, so you did tell me you can go home early. And I'm like, really? He's like, never be sarcastic with kids.
I gotta get the W. I wasn't being I mean, I was joking about throwing him off the chairlift, but like, what else?
You want the W?
Yeah, I want a W. Yeah, I need.
So then follow them all day long.
Oh, that's crazy. That's more unhinged.
Dude, let me explain something to you. If you want the W,
yeah,
okay. Like I'm in Florida, so if I want a W,
yeah,
I have to acknowledge that I put my life on the line. But some things to me are so annoying that I need to get the W. So when I was at Walmart and I'm standing in the self-checkout and I'm watching a person who's just finishing up their stuff, but I'm not rushing to that cash. There's like 5 cashes here. I'm not rushing to the cash until they are like, they rip their receipt off and they step away. So I'm waiting. And then a guy walks past me, butts past me, and he goes right up to her, to where she was, and stands behind her and then starts to do it.
That's crazy.
Now, if I were like, buddy, what the fuck are you doing? Which I would at home.
Yeah.
He could have a gun. So I take my stuff. I pay for it super quickly. I get in my car and I go to the front of Walmart and I wait for him to come out.
Oh,
and then I watch him get to his car. And then I park behind his car with my hazards on.
Okay.
And get out in the trunk and pretend like I have car problems. And when he's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, dude, sorry, give me a second here. I really don't know what's going on. There's like a tube noise thing that's happening. I'm hearing air pressure. It's just, I'm worried. He's like, can you move the thing? I'm like, I do. Trust me, I want to move. I'm in the middle of the lane, but I just like, it's making a noise. I don't want to cause a bigger problem. And I do this for about 3 minutes until I deem that was enough damage.
That's a W. That's a W. You
but
got
then
the
when you think about it, that's like, I'm doing that. What I call this is like, and this is actually when I was explaining this, because this did happen, by the way. When I was explaining this, I called this
You're
tariff.
unhinged, dude. People better not call me unhinged. You're unhinged.
Dude, I called this tariff punishment.
Okay.
Because I put a tariff on his time. He tariffed my time. I tariffed his time back.
Yeah.
But when I tariff his time, I'm being tariffed my own time. But I'm the number one country in the world. I'll hold my breath longer than he will on this shit right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? What are you doing, dude? Where are you going? I know you got some shit at home.
Well, he's in a rush, obviously.
I know he has like a show that's on at a time, like the sports match or something. Yeah. But what about me, dude? I'm going to fucking boot up some Rick and Morty drug dealing game and play that for like 2 hours. Like I got nothing going.
Yeah,
the kid's different.
I think the problem is I know that there's nothing I really can't. There's no real winning in this scenario.
There is another thing. It is ultimate move.
Okay, yeah.
Call the cops.
That's great. I should, yeah.
Call
you know
the
what?
Cops.
The attitude was so bad, and I think one point should be made. These are COVID era children, and so I think they've had more damage done to them. Yes. Overall. Like they're not normal. Like something happened in that era.
No, they lost it on very specific growing years that had to be. Yeah.
They became, they're parasocial. Like it's already been bad their whole life online. It became worse because the truth is, and this is where we fucked up.
What about you, COVID, dude? They're murking you.
Yeah, this is why we got fucked up. This is why we fucked up, because COVID was actually a time where a lot of creators, first of all, made the most amount of money they've ever made and grew the most they ever could have possibly in that time. It was like making hay, and that ties into this because these kids were consuming significantly more.
What's sad is a lot of rappers during that time lost their careers.
Yeah.
Like what was his name? Smoke Perp or whatever.
Oh yeah, he was down bad.
He was doing his thing. It was looking good. And then like COVID happened, everything stopped. People's like, it's just like when you're not going to school and you're at home and you're alone, people aren't really just like listening to rap music.
They were watching streams. Like if we had just made content every day and we're like, we're going to go content heavy now. I think the hard part is we weren't 18 or 20 years old, you know.
I was streaming a lot on Facebook at the time.
Wow,
I was doing a lot of Facebook streaming, but what's sad is then like after that, the Facebook contract was up, they didn't renew. And it's like, I wonder what the Twitch situation would be like if I had been streaming on Twitch every day during that time. Killed it. But then I also think about it like I would have been saying shit like it's the people
we missed that
grew
inflation.
Those times,
we missed the whole inflationary period.
But it's like I don't like what it bred. I don't like what it bred.
Well, look what it leads to. I'm still normal, and these children are fucked up, man. It's like these teenagers.
You're normal, bro.
I'm normal, yeah, I am.
Yeah, dude, you're normal.
I'm well adjusted, man. I mean, listen. Luckily, I'm not that guy that was threatening Brandon and Donnie outside of the.
You wish.
How
old? Like how young? Like what's the age that you would have been like? That you would have been like, I'll fucking knock you out, bitch. The fuck you think this is?
This is what people
23.
This is what people don't understand about me personally.
You didn't know how to control yourself.
The way that I dealt with conflict as a younger man, as someone who was like very dare I say alpha, test heavy. I was just like, I used my physical attributes to do the talking for me as someone like from 15 onwards. Like I was in the gym. I was a bigger dude. I didn't like come with the slick comebacks. I was more like, yeah, I'll fuck you up, dude. Like, you want to talk shit? Like, let's find out what happens. That's how I approached conflict with other guys and people. And
yeah, you had that guy that you liked hanging out with, but he was also crazy. So whenever he came to hang out, you would have your knife with you.
Well, we almost got in a knife fight. Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah, but that's a crazy way to hang out with someone, dude.
Well, it's just like, because it's like you can't let that kind of person get the like.
If I'm like, Mom, where's my knife?
Yeah, that guy moved in.
No, John's coming over and he has a knife. I have a knife just in case shit goes down over this game of NBA 2K.
Yeah, well, you're not very far off from that conversation. I once sent him the wrong. I sent the text to another. I thought I was sending a text with another friend, and I sent it to him and was talking shit about him. And that's when things got real spicy. And he started trying to threaten me, and I was like, bro, I'm not the guy.
You're like, listen, bro, I fucked up, but like, honestly, is there a lie? Did I lie there?
Yeah. Don't come at me like you're going to do something to me. If you're going to do something, do it. Try me. You're going to see me? Try me. What's up? that's how I would approach any type of conflict. And as I've gotten older, I'm much calmer, like as a person. Like I don't like really get as and I'm more open to like laughing about most scenarios, because most of it's hilarious, to be honest. Like when people are angry, like it's like if you laugh about it, like it's usually pretty funny after the fact. You're like, oh, that's hilarious, you know? Like this scenario right here. I should have just started laughing. I'm like, oh man, you guys are hilarious. That's a good way to handle it.
That's a great one, because that will make them feel like they're being like really like made fun of. If you're like, oh my God, you must be so funny at school.
Yeah, you're hilarious. your mommy must be laughing all the time.
You gotta like employ some like some of this on-camera training that you're getting, because if you have some sadness in your eyes, they'll see right through that shit, bro.
You think
like I was a teacher. Like I remember like my first time teaching, I taught in high school, and I remember like sitting down. I sat down at the desk, and the kids came in, and the kids, they came in, and they're all walking by me, and I'm just like sitting down, my arms are crossed. I'm like, I'm gonna be serious, you know. Let them know I'm serious. And as I'm sitting there, one kid comes in, he looks by me and he goes, "Who's this fag?" and keeps walking. And I did not have the gall.
Oh man, that's good.
I did not have the gall.
That's funny though. He got you
to jump and be like, "What did you say to me? Get out!"
You're going to the principal's office.
Who's this fag? I'll show you. So like what I did was I instantly was like, oh, and I like pretended to open the drawer, which is not my drawer. I don't have anything in this drawer. It's not my desk. And I pretended to look for something like I didn't hear it.
Like a knife, yeah.
Like anything that I just didn't hear it. I was like, oh, my brain was focused on my desk.
Yeah.
And I'm looking through an empty drawer being like, damn, bro, I just got murked straight up. And like, if you don't answer back fast enough, like you're toast.
No,
I got dusted, bro.
No, you can't. You got dusted hard.
I got dusted.
Yo, that's unusual because Harley's pretty quick. Like I'll give him that. Like he can.
But like
get
this is
to
like,
it.
but it's my first day on the job.
Yeah, and you're like I'm an adult, but you're really like
what am
20.
I gonna do? Clap back and like you know?
Yeah. Instant movie. Just got to slap him. Corporal punishment right away.
It like it would have been. I like when I think about it now, like him saying that. Like I still don't even know what the response is. The only response is "excuse me."
The response is to be like, "Sorry, what? Someone
excuse me."
Here's what like they say to do. You ask someone to repeat themselves when they say something bad about you. Someone says something, they're like, "Oh," you walk through, you're like, "Oh, what did you just say? Did you just say? What did you just say?" Make them say it again. Because
what did you say to me?
Say it again.
But then you get murked when they're like, I said,
they wouldn't know.
Who is this fag?
If that kid did that,
and then you're
that's
like,
crazy.
Say that one more time.
Principal Skinner on the line. You got to get principal on the line. That's what you got to do. I don't know. We know what we need help. Obviously, it's very tough. It's hard because I also understand like what they're talking about, which is like most people my age. They wouldn't understand any of the references they're making. So I know how dumb they are as I'm listening to them talk. And I just want to, like, maybe they need a hug. I don't know they're on the mountains. Their life's not that bad. It just.
No, their life's good. That's the problem.
Yeah. But why they're bad at snowboarding. So anyways, fuck these kids.
They don't do it enough.
These teenagers, they don't know what they're doing. I wanted to address one thing with you quickly. I posted a McDonald's receipt and I called it a private snack because it was a private snack that I had in my car. I posted it on our YouTube community page. I also put it on Reddit. That was my first Reddit post ever, actually. And
that was your first one ever?
No, I'm not a big Reddit guy. Maybe we should start a Discord. I'd be more likely to be hanging out in Discord, like chatting. Really?
Yeah. So go to Harley's Trap House. You have admin responsibilities.
No. I want to start a new one called Justin's Trap House. Big Lunch's Trap House.
Yeah, we can't split the Discord like that, bro.
That's true. Yeah,
you don't know how the Discord works. It is different. You have different rooms and stuff.
Yeah, I know how it works.
So there's Harley's Trap House. There's Toy Talks. There's Epic Meal Time. And if I go and I look at the roles, you actually have a role. You have roles in there. I saw you.
I think I'm an admin or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I got a role.
You and Andy.
That's crazy. So I posted. Do you see this receipt that I posted? I even
we
have a
got
date
one
on
large
it.
fry, 2 cheeseburgers, extra pickles, 1 McSpicy, medium Diet Coke, large fry, another cheeseburger, 2 barbecue sauce, a Big Mac, and a small orange juice.
So this is at 4:39 p.m.
Getting an orange juice at McDonald's like at like almost 5 p.m. is just crazy to me.
So people are thinking like, oh, this is for 2 people. I'm like, I want to state clearly that this is for 1 individual. This whole order. And the reads are like, oh, why do you order 2 cheeseburger, extra pickles, and 1 regular cheeseburger? Let me explain how I approach going to the McDonald's drive-thru. I had no plans to go to McDonald's drive-thru. I wasn't trying to go to McDonald's drive-thru. There's nothing planned about it. I just drove. It was in the vicinity. I was within half a kilometer of McDonald's that I like. This one particular one usually hits pretty well. Like they're consistent, more consistent than your average McDonald's. I was like, a little hungry. Let's go check it out. I roll up. I don't stop and think. I don't consider what I'm doing. The only thing I know I'm getting 100% is a cheeseburger. No matter
so
what
when you
I
get
do.
all these extra burgers though, when you go up and they're like, so what do you want? You're like, a cheeseburger. Make it a trio. Can I get another cheeseburger with extra pickles? 2 cheeseburgers, extra pickles, and a Big Mac, please. When you're doing all that and then you have all these burgers and they're all for you, are you like living like a life of abundance where you like take a couple bites of the burger and it's not even fully finished? And you like wrap it up. You're like, it's fine. Last 10% of the burger doesn't get marked or what?
I would say,
because I do that at Taco Bell.
That can happen.
A lot of Taco Bell, and I'll eat like half of items and fucking trash them.
So that can happen. In this instance, I've been trying to. This was like a major fuck up. Like I've been like trying to get my shit together.
Oh yeah,
it was. And I actually fucking destroyed all of this food. Like maybe some fries got left there, but it was, the ordering doesn't make sense because I'm not making sense. I'm not really doing things normally. And the people there are having a hard time trying to interpret what I'm trying to say. It's like, I'm looking at the menu and they're asking me questions and I'm like, oh yeah. Like I'm not thinking. It's like, it's really just a spur of the moment order. That's just off the dome.
That's one of the earliest things I ever heard about. Like when I first was like, oh, I need to lose weight. And we're talking like literally like when I was like in my 20s, like way early. I was like, people were always like, you need to know what you're eating before the day happens.
Yeah.
Because if you decide on the spot, you will always choose to fuck
always
up.
Wrong. Always wrong. Yeah. Like I knew I was in trouble when I ate the Big Mac in 3 bites.
Big Mac patties are so nothing, dude.
I know, but it's like I squished it down and just the way I attacked it. Like I know certain levels of attacking a meal for me, and I was voracious in downing that fucking thing. It was insane. I knew in my brain, I was sitting, I'm like, oh, I'm about to fuck this shit up. That Big Mac went down way too easy. And I ate so fast because you eat before your stomach catches up. It's, you know what I mean? And this is before dinner. Like this is a private meal because my wife doesn't know about this.
That's why you eat so much and then you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And the orange juice, if I'm going to be honest, wasn't for me. That's actually my daughter yelling at the back of the car because it's after daycare pickup. And she's like, I want an orange. She's yelling. Like, this is the other.
She wanted an orange juice. And then you're like, well, then I'm going off.
Yeah, I'm going off.
Then I'm going fucking, if you want an orange juice at McDonald's, okay. I'm going fucking crazy there. Daddy's going fucking crazy.
Crazy. I wonder what she thinks when she sees me doing this.
Well, she's not going to think about it. It's only going to hit her later on when she becomes a human. When she's like, my dad's tripping, dude.
Yeah, he's tripping. Oh, yeah.
She'll be like, my dad.
Like, do you think she's picking up like Tiger Woods learned from his dad swinging golf clubs as a baby, how to swing a golf club, like through like just visual learning, that she's going to see me eating that obscene amount of food?
I hope it's one of those things where she just wants to do the opposite of her parents.
I hope so too. Yeah, it was a real scummy move, and it was all in the car, and my wife doesn't know about it.
But this is why I don't like dieting and then like eating well. Like what I don't like about it is like
me too, yeah.
You diet and you get these results, and it's like okay, but then like, well, I'm not like, oh, let's go to McDonald's and have a cheat meal. I'm like, no, I want to go to McDonald's and fuck that place up.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, not only that, I want to go for ice cream after. And you know what's up? I want to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't admit this part of it. This is why I could never be these fat girls. The girls like what I eat in the day as a fat girl because I'm too busy eating. I don't have time to set the camera up. Like, man, I'm making fucking decisions, dude. You think I'm gonna set this camera up while I fucking
like this
go
is
in?
like my private time that I want to forget.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. Like I don't need to focus on setting a camera up and getting the shot right. You know, even if it's just my phone. I was thinking about that. That's why I don't believe that that's all they eat, because it's got to be moments where you're just like,
yeah, you're like, yeah, bitch, where's the fucking mixture? Like I remember there was this person we knew, and she used to mix mayonnaise with canola oil. She would take mayonnaise
for what?
and canola oil and mix it until it was like this mayonnaise canola oil sauce.
So she just liked the thickness?
She swore that it tasted exactly like this Chinese sauce at this Chinese restaurant that none of us agreed with. And she would take like a whole bag, huge bag of pork rinds and dip it in there and eat the whole bag.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Crazy.
That's disgusting. Yeah, so I had some ice cream. You mentioned ice cream. I did have ice cream after that. Also, I had
from
dinner
somewhere else. From somewhere else, you had ice cream.
Yeah, I had to make another stop. But later, that was later. What I did is I ate the McDonald's and I had like my supper, and I said to my dad, "I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for a little treat tonight." What do you think?
That's what I hate about being out here is like I'm trying to eat well, but like I'm going past like Olive Garden, and I know I love that trash.
Yeah.
I go past Waffle House, Crackle Barrel, Five Guys, Chick-fil-A. BJ's, Chili's.
You're ready to
These
go.
are all like right near me. Like they're all right there. Wing Stop, Wing Shop, Wing Boss, Boss Wing.
You're
Sauce Boss, Wing Boy.
You're around the abundance. You're around where
it's insane. And I'm like there every day. And I'm just like, I'm like so twisted. I'm looking at Jersey Mike's. I'm like, maybe there's something healthy you could get there. And I'm saying, no, you can't. You can't.
Wrap it up. Yeah, exactly. There's no way. There's nothing healthy there.
Like seriously, crumble cookies, Chipotle, the movie theater. Even when I walk into Walmart and I like see the boxes of cereal, or like you walk into Walmart and they have these like big ass like oven pizzas where it's like, get this big meat lovers pizza. Nothing murked me as hard as when I was watching the Devil May Cry series on Netflix yesterday. And I got hit with a Netflix ad because I decided to stop paying for Netflix bullshit. So they give you ads now.
That's annoying.
So I'm watching it and I got hit with a fucking Domino's stuffed crust pizza. Oh. Domino's never did stuffed crust pizza.
I've seen those actually. It's like little pieces kind of all around in a
full
circle.
Pizza, and it's like fully a stuffed crust like Pizza Hut style. It's a new thing. Brand new.
It's a continuous crust all the way around?
Yeah, like Pizza Hut, brand new style. They used to never do it. And they were like, it was a pepperoni pizza and they were putting Parmesan like all over the pizza and the crust and everything.
You're actually making me hungry right now. Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm finna fuck a fin.
Yeah, that's deadly. I have recovered since that moment. I'm just going to say, I just wanted to point out to people who were like, oh, it's for two. I'm like, no, I don't go with plans. There's no plan. Just like Harley sees a commercial. Like, yeah, the plan could be what the commercial told me the plan is. It's not.
I'm that guy that's like I'll get like an ad on my phone and I'll be like, oh, if it isn't dinner tonight.
Like, especially McDonald's got a place where like you over order because you described it perfectly. I know it's no longer like low cost food because it's so expensive. But when you're at McDonald's, you consider it kind of like that. So you're like, yeah, I'll get that extra 2 burgers. What if I finish 50% of them? That's okay. You know, like that's so the move you would pull at the drive-through.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I was always comfortable with that. I was always like, I'm an adult. I think I could buy the $5 thing and only eat half of it if I want.
Yeah. It's the microplastics.
And plus, if I go to Taco Bell and they have something new there, I'm getting that. But I'm not going to bet my whole meal on that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bet my meal on this thing. I'm going to like, yeah, I'll get this, but I'm still getting my chalupa.
Of course.
So I'm not going to fuck up everything banking on this Frito pie Tex-Mex fucking hugga.
Yeah, I feel you. So hopefully I don't fuck up again.
Yeah, keep beating up kids, bro. Keep beating up kids.
Hopefully my wife doesn't listen to this, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's been a tough week.
Side note, did you see the copper drop on the subreddit? They did on the Epic Mealtime subreddit. They did a copper drop, and it was the Reese's PB&J. Have you seen the PB&J Reese's Pieces? Not Reese's
Isn't it
Pieces,
fake?
Reese's P. No, I saw them in store here.
It's a peanut butter and jelly cup. I thought it was a fake thing that they're giving you two separate items to put together.
No. So you literally get an actual. First of all, I just got here, and this guy user / sorry no cake said my goated cereal, and it's Crave chocolate. I'm like, that's your goated cereal, bro? How old are you, dude?
That's crazy.
How old are you then? If it Crave is your goated, you mean Crave came through, beat up Reese's Puffs, beat up Cinnamon Toast Crunch, beat up Golden Grams? No way, dude.
Yeah, he's clowning you. He listened to the podcast. He knows.
Yeah, maybe.
Can't be real.
So?
Nah, it can't be real. You just got by like a 15-year-old. It's impossible. Crave chocolate cannot be your favorite cereal. I'm sorry. No hate. Just too many other good ones.
Yeah, no hate, but a little bit of hate on God.
Just wrong. Just wrong information.
Yeah, so someone posted the PB&J cup, but that actually does exist. I've seen it in stores here. It's a Reese's peanut butter and jelly cup. So it's an actual cup, and
that is the sweetest treat I can imagine.
It has grape jelly on the bottom, actually, yeah. But then what I thought was so ugly about their marketing, which, by the way, I would test it out, even though I saw it and I didn't cop it. I can't.
Yeah, you're boxing.
They were like, Reese's peanut butter and jelly sandwich kit. So
I saw that.
Reese's chocolatey bread, get creamy Reese's peanut butter, get grape or strawberry jelly. And it's like Reese's peanut butter and jelly sandwich, inspired by Reese's peanut butter and jelly cup. And it's like, no, you fucking idiot. Don't act like the sandwich was inspired by your treat. That sandwich existed fucking a century before John Reese before Kyle Reese was fucking sucking on his mom's teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're gonna come out here with that? Yeah, right. Also, I thought it was crazy that they're like grape jelly, but I guess grape jelly's big.
Well, that's why I was seeing that with the sandwiches. What are those things called? Uncrustables. Grape jelly, I feel like, is more popular than the strawberry.
Well, so grape jelly is popular, but what's crazy is like grape jelly or strawberry jelly, but no one does strawberry jelly. You do strawberry jam. We do grape jelly because there's no choice. It has to be grape jelly.
What's the difference between jelly and jam?
I can't jam my jelly up your disbar. No, it's pectin. The mashed up pieces of fruit make it a jam. The jelly doesn't have mashed up pieces of fruit in it.
Oh, I just call those that's all jam to me.
Don't ever call it
I didn't know jam, I didn't know there was a distinction between the two.
There is a distinction. Pectin.
Where'd you get that information from?
Epic Mealtime.
What video?
Just something I had to Google at one point. I was like, what's the difference between these? And I did used to set it up because you remember that joke where people were like, what's the difference between jam or jelly? And people were like, I don't know what. And be like, I can't jelly my dick up your ass.
So then that joke. Yeah, sure.
Well, it's a joke, but that was a thing. So then I used to like using it as a thing where I'd be like, what's the difference between jam or jelly? And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, pectin.
That is a banger episode we did.
Which one? Peanut butter?
The peanut butter sandwich we made was crazy. We bought
this is the one where I put my peanut butter jelly archetype?
No, we made a giant peanut butter and jelly sandwich in Montreal. And it was, we bought the vats of peanut butter from Bulk Barn.
Oh, I thought, okay, there was one where I covered my beard in peanut butter.
No, that's not that one. I know what you're talking about. It's not that one. No.
Dude, and that was back in the day. We had some fucking pull where I'd be like, you make sure you cover your face in peanut butter and jelly. Someone got tweeted at me on Twitter. And mad people were fucking tweeting that on Twitter.
That's huge, dude.
And what's also crazy is there was an Epic Mealtime parody, a new one that came out.
Really?
Yeah. And it's
got 10 million views.
No, it's a BDSM video. It's a German BDSM video by these people. It's called
How Do You
Real.
Know?
Someone came in my chat and told me.
But how do you know it's a?
They named it Epic Mealtime. They put Epic Mealtime in the title.
Is there a guy talking
It was, I
directly
clicked on it and
yelling
there was a
directly to
woman.
camera?
I clicked on it and there was a woman, but I'm in Florida. So like a lot of sites stop you and they're like, stop. The senator that you voted for said that you guys don't want, so you can't watch now or something like
Shouldn't
that.
say that word.
Huh?
You can't say that word. You gotta say born or corn.
Corn.
Sorn.
So fix it, bro. Beep it out.
We'll see.
But isn't that crazy that they did that?
Yeah. How many views did you get?
I don't know. I looked on like xhamster.com or some shit. Like I was trying to find something. I could look that like would bypass it where I am because I'm in Florida and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna show up on a list here because I'm looking up.
Are we suing them or what? Don't we own the rights to all BDSM epic mealtime parodies?
Well, I think we let go of the rights to epic sex time when we had that. We had
That's
that for
true.
a bit.
Yeah, we had to get rid of that one.
When we didn't know
you
that
decided to not pursue your OF career. That's too bad.
Oh, you see, like if I go to look here, I can't even click anything. It says like any website says verify your age is required by state law. So you gotta make an account.
Give them your name.
Right, bro. If I made an account, like, cause then I'd be commenting on shit like, "Yo, who's that guy? Does anyone know the guy's name? It's 1 minute and 14."
What's his name? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I have a copper drop for you here, unrelated to this BDSM thing, but it just reminded me of an epic meal. I think we said this. Either we made this or you said the line. I think you said the line like Oreo, more like S'moreo. Yeah, but I guess they dropped a S'moreo, which cop. I'm not a big.
The Oreo variations.
No, I like Oreo variation. I'm just not a big marshmallow guy.
Oh, is it marshmallow in there?
Well, isn't that what a s'more
yeah,
is?
But I just assumed that they were going to keep their Oreo shit as Oreo and not change.
No, they got to change the flavor a little bit.
No, they did. They made it a graham cracker and a chocolate layer, and then they keep their Oreo shit there.
Oh, so then
I would hope
then I'm
so.
definitely in.
Yeah, because I'm not a big marshmallow guy either.
And I think they should have maybe double crunched a little bit. They should have put one in the middle.
No, that's too much cookie. That's too much cookie.
No, I think the ratio is off with double. Like double stuff's always been like wrong ratio.
But these look really thin in the picture. They don't look like they really doubled it up too much. And they're two different flavors. You know what I happen to like a lot of these custom Oreo flavors? I love the maple syrup one.
That's good. Maple syrup's good. It's a very intense flavor though. Depending.
I'm an intense guy, bro.
That's true. Maybe those maple leaf cookies back in the day. I don't know if you guys had those in the States, but we used to fucking rock with those heavy. You know what I'm talking about?
They carry those in Vermont.
Yeah. I feel like your dad would eat a lot of those.
Pandemic, I used to murk them.
They're so good.
I would go through a box every week.
Yeah, those are good, man. Those are delicious.
You don't want to see me rack those because those are like you only get 6 in a rack.
That's
because they're 6. It's like the box is smaller than you think. You only get like 24 in there.
Yeah.
What do you think I'm going to have? Like, I'll eat like 15 cookies easy, but then what, I'm going to have 9 cookies? Come on.
I feel like the 0% of our audience is the person can eat 2 cookies and put the box away.
No, I agree. But I have a question I think is pretty interesting that like, I'm curious because this is a serious level of fatness.
Okay, let's go.
Have you ever like snacked on something in your house?
Yes.
And snacked so hard that you've rearranged it after so that it doesn't look like it's a snack that's hard as gut.
Absolutely. So many times.
That's great. Because if you have like 6 cookies in a row, it's kind of rearrange. It's kind of easy to have 1 from each row and then have like 2 from the top row and be like, I just had a cookie.
I'm just happy I'm in a long-term relationship. I can live with the result sometimes, but I do like, you still have a sense of like guilt, you know, where you're like, oh man, like I gotta make this look a bit better than this.
Sometimes even if the people love you, you just don't want them to lose that.
You don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
You don't want them to lose that type of respect for you right now.
Yeah. Sure. You have to look at me like, naked. I mean, that's bad
But
enough.
what are you talking about? You go in the shower in the dark and close the door. For those that don't listen to every episode, Lynn showers in the dark, and I told him I think it was a body thing, and he was like, "Nah, it's comfortable." Yeah,
I
dude,
don't
okay.
care.
No, in the fucking shower.
No, I like to be like showering in the dark is it's nothing to do with body.
It is
image.
a rare bathroom that he has where there isn't an ounce of sunlight that can come in. You are absolutely like in a cave. It might as well be like a sauna steam room type shit.
I'm basically in like my own pod, doing like what do you call it, like floating or something. You know, there's nothing to interrupt my thoughts. You know, but so it's a cop. Smorio's a cop, instant cop. We'll have to see if I can find a pack. I haven't seen it at the stores yet, but it looks like it's for sale. I really had like a couple more things for you. I wanted to show you a video. I don't know if we're going to get claimed for this or not. But I'm going to show it to you regardless. Oh, just one more point for everyone. There's been some new microplastics news that came out, just so everyone knows. Apparently, you can fight it by eating deeply colored fruit and vegetables. So just consider that. That's all for that.
You could fight it?
You can help. Now, like, I'm so deep in microplastics right now. Nice. That I can't. Like, it's like new stories come out every day. This microplastic thing is gonna be like one of the biggest stories for the next while. There's just more and more information coming out. I went deep into the guy who's like doing the best research on it and how they discovered it and what is like of contention. But there's a recent study that came out. That said that like deeply colored fruit have some type of ingredient that will counter some of the damage that's being done by these microplastics, because they're starting to think that this microplastics are causing like huge autoimmune issues and other more severe debilitating issues in the brain and stuff.
Yeah,
so I don't want.
Plastics suck, dude.
Yeah, it's not chill. It's not chill at all.
But
then they're like, maybe not. What?
Well, I just find it interesting that this other thing like came across your desk here,
Mm-hmm.
4-May or 4-MEI, which is used in Cinnamon Toast Crunch, is linked to an increased risk of lung cancer and leukemia even at low dosages.
Mm-hmm.
But this talking about how the UK version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, known as Curiously Cinnamon, is made without this. And that's this whole article. I'm like, stop. Shut up for a second. They call Cinnamon Toast Crunch Curiously Cinnamon in the UK? That's crazy to me. That shit where like it's like this is like another universe. Sometimes it's so close yet so far. Like Cinnamon Toast Crunch slaps, but this is like, oi, bruv, isn't you curious about the cinnamon, bruv? Oi, bruv, you ever just be curious about the cinnamon, bruv?
Yeah,
Curiously Cinnamon, bruv. Oi, are you curious about the cinnamon?
Yeah, it's.
Oi, bruv. I've never been curious about the cinnamon.
They market tested that and they're like, we can't call it Cinnamon Toast Crunch. These Brits will never be able to handle that. Are you kidding me?
They don't
crunch. They don't like crunch. Crunch
like,
is not big for them.
No,
toast?
They don't. Yeah.
You can't mess with toast there because their toast is sacred.
Even like, I bet you other shit, probably like sugar crisps are called like sorted crisps.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They'll do some shit like that. They'll say like sorted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they think they're better than us.
Well, but they're never like, they're never like form up queues of Coke. Instead of lines of Coke, they're never like form a queue of Coke.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They should though.
We'd be queuing it up.
We should start doing that. That's pretty sick for us.
Yeah, queues of Coke.
Queuing it up.
Yeah. I actually saw a video on Twitter of some like old lady like queuing up some Coke. And she was like queuing it up so professionally, and she just.
I watched it on, and she was going across the board, going.
she just ripped. She like buzzed.
I didn't even know there was a pile there because she had an angle on it where it was just at the end, but it didn't fall off the thing.
I thought it was for all the. I thought it was for the team.
She was like shoo.
Yeah.
And then she went suit, and like did it in like 5 lines of sick, and then she was like
and she was like 50. I was like, why is this woman doing so much blow right now?
She probably lives in a place where it's clean.
Like she's like, if
you go to a place where it's clean, like you could eat and sleep.
I did use how you did to go to school, and I knew this like Colombian chick who like just did so much blow, and she's like, that's normal. Like that's just what we do. And I was like, really? Like that's the reality. I'm like, I guess it makes sense. That's like your number one export.
And then imagine you get to Canada and they're like, here's baby laxative and this will be $400.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're like taking risks every time you do it. Okay, I want to show you one video. Unfortunately, we're going to
Okay, last thing, because I really got to go.
Yeah, me too. I've been getting served. I didn't know Rugrats hit this hard back in the day. I did not understand. I guess I was a kid. I didn't understand. Did you watch Rugrats growing up?
Yep. Rugrats was the first time I ever saw Jewish representation in a cartoon.
Okay, so like I really was. I didn't even take that in, I guess. But
Tommy is Jewish.
So did you look at this video? Look at this video I sent you.
I did watch this video. I watched this. I can't look at it again actually because
I'm gonna play it.
It really got me.
It really hurts a little bit.
Hi, little guy. Did you and your friends have fun? Oh, Chucky. Thank you. Maybe we should keep this in a safe place for now, okay?
What's the matter, Chucky? I don't know. I thought it was a really pretty picture. I guess my dad doesn't like it, Tommy.
Chaz, I think it's time you shared these things with Chucky.
Well, I'm just
I didn't realize as a kid that his mom wasn't in the show,
And
Chucky.
you can miss her together.
That slaps.
Everyone's there.
Chucky, this is your mommy. This was her trowel. It's a little shovel for gardening. All those flowers, she planted those. She used to love to come out here and play with you.
Nice with his mom.
No, it's when he
Alright,
talks.
Chucky.
It's when he talks to his
Don't be
buddies.
scared.
It's fucking.
This is her diary. She started keeping it when she was in the hospital. The last thing she wrote in it was a poem for you.
Damn.
Guys, I do have a mom. She's right here in the flowers, and in the clouds, and in the grass, too, and the sun.
Dude, that hits so hard, man. I did not know Rugrats.
No, I knew that they had serious things, and I'll never forget like when I was watching Rugrats and they were doing like, it was like a Purim party where it was Passover and they all had kippas and they were like sitting at the table and my mom came in and she was like, "What is this?" And I was already having the moment by myself where I'm like, I was like I must have been like 8 and I was already like, "Oh, they're Jewish." And I was like, "It's Rugrats." And she like sat down just to see what was happening.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna cry. I just wanted everyone to have that moment.
No, I cried when you said that actually.
Yeah, it was tough. You know what? If we ever,
But you don't know, like
our
I'm in my
mothers are
trailer.
here, huh?
I'm in my trailer alone,
Yeah.
and I was like standing and like crying,
Yeah.
and I wanted to send it to a couple people, and I was like, "Nah, I don't know if I want to fuck with their day's vibe." Right now.
I
But we
know,
did
man.
just get everyone on double dust with that.
That's what I just wanted to hit him
that
with
guys. That's a new segment, exclusive double dusted sad send off.
Yeah.
Where at the end of the thing, we
Yeah.
just share some sad shit.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful, beautiful.
You know,
clip.
it's not sad. You know what it means? It means if you have a family or what and anything, you just gotta enjoy it, man.
Yeah. Text
That's
your
all.
mom and your dad right now.
Exactly. I'll give 'em-
I'm
yeah,
talking to you,
exactly.
bro.
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's go. I'm
All
not
right,
crying.
guys.
You're crying. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Later.
Peace, y'all. Thanks for listening. Trust no one except us. Head at r/epic mealtime. We're we got it. It's popping over there. We got a community growing.
More
And,
receipts. coming.
Yep. Hit subscribe and share this with everyone. All right, y'all.